Truth. Let's go right to the core. Truth. Truth has no quality. That's a very downer for you, is it? Very dampening situation. Because the mind goes right into overdrive and say, well, I'm not interested in this. Truth has no qualities. But everything that the mind aspires to as a quality arises from it, you see. The living truth. What does it mean, the living truth? Truth is living. You see? But is truth an object? Living? Or is truth the living? Where objects come and go. Where planets come and go. Where stars come and go. Where trees come and go. Where climates come and go. Where bodies come and go. If truth has no quality, how do you know it? See? Well, you know everything but truth. See? So is truth death? Death has a quality. You ask anyone if they were able to speak when they leave, their mind stops operating with this external world and starts going inwards into the body, and say, is this dying got a quality? Does birth have a quality? They all have qualities, you see. Deep sleep, there's a quality. Your mind next morning says about the quality of my sleep. I didn't sleep well. I was awake, asleep, awake. I was tossing and turning, or I had a beautiful deep sleep. Can't remember a thing about it. And you say, well, you have to be alive to know what deep sleep is. That's what the speaker's saying. So without the body, without the mind, this truth that you are would be inoperable. So what's the point in investigating? What's the point in searching for truth? Well, the discovery of it, which cannot be shared, it cannot even be understood by a mind, which is limited. You see, the mind this is all mind. Yeah. We have a body. The body is operated by a brain. It is operated by two brains, one up here and one in the hara, the central nervous system, the brain to the inward journey. The brain here is just responding to the brain here from the inward journey. See, when the stomach says I'm hungry, it has to talk to the brain, and the brain says, to the mouth, the tongue, the taste buds, go get food. So the brain and the body, the brain and the operating system. The brain is only interested in the operating system and only being the slave to the stomach. You see? You ask any animal out there, if you had one thing that you could keep, what would it be? Eating. Because I won't survive without it. The bird can survive without flying. It may be eaten by a different predator, but if there was no other species, the bird would just walk along the earth, like some do. Yeah. The centipede could survive for a long period of time if it was being fed without legs. But it would have to be fed by its partner, lying in the ground, big fat worm. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. truth. We're avoiding this truth. Let's not avoid the truth. So we have a mind which is totally inseparable from this. But the head will say otherwise, because the mind wants to be stored up here. I want to be stored up here, you see. I can't cope with this earth, this belowness. I want to be close to the sky, because I can't cope with life, you see. So I want to travel up to the brain and, suffocate the brain and give the brain some problems and give the brain an idea that it thinks I am part of it, How can the mind? Science cannot open up a brain and find a thought, a compartment that says, I am the mind. The mind is everywhere. So the mind, that's all that exists in qualities. The mind makes words out of qualities, makes sounds out of qualities, makes music, makes art, makes poetry, makes experiences, makes jobs, makes reason, makes purpose, makes ideas, makes ways, makes methods, makes practices, builds beliefs, hopes that one day it will find truth. Some God, some consciousness, some spirit, some heaven, all different names, the same thing. And we are the living truth. The body is the liver of its own living, of its own truth. The mind also. So, how do we taste truth? It is not quality. That what gives it quality is the mind. So when the mind leaves for a vacation, it'll never leave you permanently, because it has to taste death. It created death, so it has to taste it. So it can go on vacation. And the body can be enlightened by the clarity of its own existence without being perturbed or bothered or strangled or enhanced by this fluctuating joy, depression states. So enlightenment is not a quality. To discover the truth is to discover that what has no qualities. That's why not many seek. Many just get on with life. They put up with the ego, they put up with the wars, they put up with the strangulation of thoughts, they put up with depression, they put up with joy. Beautiful sex and marriage and joy and experiences and dancing and music. They put up with that, you see, because they know. We all know in our subconscious that consciousness, what we are, is the truth. And consciousness cannot be discovered, you see. Science will go on for centuries and centuries and centuries, and they won't find an atom and a molecule that says, I am consciousness. It is the substratum of life. It is unmoving. It is still. And most minds say, I don't want that. I don't want to go there. So let's get on with life, It is the most still, with no quality. It is beyond sound. It is beyond this See, the is the protection of truth. The atmosphere of the earth is the protection of the earth. That little aura that goes around the earth. Yeah. The sounds, the feeling, that sensory essence of life is the protection to truth. So we have truth down here, we have this little protection thing, and then we have mind, cascading all around, trying to penetrate, for the seeking minds to find what it is looking from, you see. So mind is a mirror. Truth looking up, sees mind, wow, I'm living. And then the liver wants to know why I'm living. The liver is part of the living. So the liver starts looking through the living. Where can I find it? Where can I find the truth? I know it's somewhere. And one day, you look in the right direction, and truth is looking for you, yourself is looking for you, and yourself is looking for you. Boom! It's you! I opened the door and I was on the other side. And you never, ever question life again. Because the body that's looking for truth, that it already is, says, wow, it matters not what happens in this life. It matters not. That's where I'm going. It's pure. It's tranquil. I won't be able to think. I won't be able to know about life and the world and nature and my family and all that stuff. But I'll be home. So to taste the truth as the living is to keep looking. If that's what you want to do. You see, it's wrong for even Jesus to say, come and follow my way. Because we're all time vessels, you see. The body is a time vessel. The mind is the time vessel. The body is obviously going to die. It doesn't matter what time. It really doesn't matter how many years you live in this body lives in this earth. How many of my 65 years before can I remember every moment of every day? It's like it's gone. So 55 years, 45 years, 75 years, 95 years. The body's not concerned about time. The mind is concerned about time. So it's utilizing its time, the mind, in its decompartmental ways around this aura. Yeah, I'm the ego mind. I'm the accepting mind. I'm the seeking mind. I'm the just being here mind. I'm the wanting to know mind, you see. So some minds, I don't want to know about truth. I really don't want to know about truth. Why are you pushing me, you see? How do you know when you're looking for your truth? Because you're seeking. You're seeking something that you feel is relevant to make you, to regain your original true self. And there's no more worry, no more fear when you're your true self. When you see the truth, which is of no quality, you don't say, I want to live longer in this body. It's incredibly vast, beyond any limited mind thoughts. Any opposing values. It's beyond dark and light, beyond form and formless. It simply is something that is indescribable. You see, consciousness is truth, but it has no qualities. But it's the quality to give you, your body, some sort of stability, and it keeps you together, bound in this flesh and blood, to say, okay, you have to experience this life. I don't want you falling all over the place. Your atoms and molecules they'll change, but the mind, the structure of you, the belief in you or this body, I'm here to maintain until the body starts disintegrating. And then, I'll move on and give you another body. Or you can stay at home as truth. But there's no more experiencing. If there was a choice to remain on what you would call, with no qualities, with no feelings, with no essence, with no sounds, with no, mind calls it death, you see. But death is a quality. So it's beyond death and beyond birth. And it's not heaven, because heaven is a quality. Anything that the mind says exists has some sort of reaction, which is a quality, which is a feeling, or whether it's a belief or a thought to say, it's going to be like this. That's why Christ says the kingdom of heaven is within you. The consciousness is within you. But to use the words kingdom and heaven is just a mental, psychological way to say it is awesome. But I can't describe it. Christ says, I can't tell you what it looks like. I can't tell you anything about God. Because it's indescribable. Death arises from it. Birth arises from it. Bodies arise from it. Mind arises from it. Everything that you are is arising. Everything, every thought, every moment, every experience, every action, every body, every life, every sound, every taste is arising from you. Your world outside you is arising from you. The living truth. Truth is primary. It's no beginning and no end. You see, that's why the mind struggles. That's why science and religion always try and say, no, we have to understand. Because the mind is looking down on this truth through this veil of itself, through this protective consciousness, and saying, there's something down there. We say it's something up there, you see, because we're reflecting both ways. So the truth is down here, okay? That's why the mind wants to go to the brain, because it's up there. It's both ways, you see. There's no up and down. The truth is that what is closest to the point of birth, the umbilical cord. First thing, little sperm, possibly going to die if it doesn't find an egg. Finds the egg, umbilical cord, boom, connected to mum. Perfect. I'm going to live. Where did the umbilical cord come from, you see? We have two. We have an external one, which is cut, and therefore we're separate from what we are, but we can experience life as a mind, as a body, as a form, as a state, as a thought, whatever you want to call yourself, a soul, a spirit. Yeah? But the inner umbilical cord leads you to truth, takes you home. I'm not a great advocate of it, because it's very dangerous. If you see the door, I say, I want to go in, and God says, yeah, come in. No more you. God being a what do you call it? A doorman, a guard, which opens the door, Come in. Gone. No more you. Your family's at your funeral. Because your breath has become so shallow, you see? Buddhism, Ramana Maharshi, so many, what do you call it? Shared experiences. Buddha. My experience also. The breath became so shallow. So shallow. One breath in 5 minutes. You don't even know. You can't even time it. You're just about to shut the body down. And then the stomach falls. You're dying into the abyss. Something catches you. Door opens. God says, get the hell back. Bam. What? The resurrection, you see? That's what the resurrection is in Christ. The resurfacing. It's not the body returning. The body never died, you see? The resurrection doesn't happen when the body dies, when Christ was apparently stabbed, taken down, and put in a cave. The resurrection was on the cross, before the body died. The moment, open, bang. You're not going back. I'm taking you. But the resurrection is not in time. For some of us, the second opportunity is a resurrection, not a Christ resurrection. You're not the Son of God, what Christ says. If it's true or not true, it doesn't matter. It's all about what your relationship is to your truth and how you find it and how it finds you. You finding you. Boom, boom. Hello? And then you wake up and you say, what a fool I've been. I was searching for that but was always here. And I was believing in this elusive state, this ego mind, this dominating, opposing side minds. I was actually believing in that. I was actually participating in that. And then you start participating again, but you know. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. I'm going to take your car from you. Yeah. Save me parking it, you know. Yeah. You drive it. You become living like the king with no jewels, with no castle. Nothing is serious, nothing is important. Other people are important. They're the most important. Because they're still seeking, they're still looking, they're still searching, they're still believing that this dream is true. So you're like a ghost in a body, just flirting around, you know, turning up for your work, smiling, doing this stuff. And then ego starts crumping. You're this body, you're this body. Yeah, thank you, ego. And you invite ego back in and you say, okay, let's just be whole. And you accept life as it is. You accept every state, you accept the ego state, you accept every state and every person. Person meaning the form. Someone does something wrong at work, everyone's scolding it, you say, what the hell? You know, is the place burned down? Is there people dead? No. Lost a file in the computer. Yeah. Whoa, so important. Gee, my God. You know, we're going to lose so much money. Yeah. What are you going to do with your own money? Put it in a bank, save it up for the government to take from you when you get older? You know, are you going to buy a yacht? It's going to give you some sort of satisfaction, a mansion. What are you going to do, you see? You're not judging. You're just saying, you know, truth in its no quality. It doesn't get perturbed. So this is not the whole truth speaking. This is a livingness from truth in a quality body, in a quality-based mind, in a quality-based job, in a quality-based idea of what the world is about. Let the mind go. Let the thoughts come and go. Let them bite if you want them to bite. If you want to believe them, you know. We're all different time bodies living through an experience that we wanted, that we desired. You think consciousness says to the one, I don't really want to live. Conscious is going to put you, no, you have no choice. You're going to live. It'll wait. Because we're always looking from truth at this colossal universes and galaxies. We don't know what we're looking at. We don't know it's people, we don't know it's animals, we just see this essence, this kaleidoscope life, and we say, there, can I be part of that? Yeah, go. Remember, you're in an umbilical cord. So if you get lost, just look, just observe. Don't listen to the mind, don't listen to the thoughts. Listen to the consciousness, listen for it, hear it. It's no sound. Oh yes, you forgot already, you see. No, you're listening to me now, says consciousness. So why are you listening over there? But you're inside. You're in this navel. Yes. Now follow it. How do I follow it? The way you came in. I want to live. So I has to leave the living into the infinite. So I is the key. Follow I. You follow I this way. I want, I am, I need. I'm here, I'm there. I love, I hate. I'm Graham, I'm happy. So remove all the words and only follow I. I, 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 I. Muji and all these speakers say I am. Take a shortcut. Am is consciousness. I is truth, still, stable, of no quality. Consciousness is the swirling ribbons around a maple. Am, I is. I am. I is. If you want to do it that way, do it that way. Go straight to consciousness. I am. You don't have to say am. I am.